afternoon.
Please, can you get to know your name, man?
Okay, I'm Miss Joy.
Okay, Sister Joy. Please, sorry, we just want to ask you. Say, I can see you're just coming back from the ATM machine. So we want to know, is the bank giving old currency or is it new currency they are giving?
Okay, they are giving old currency. And people that withdraw it since yesterday, they can't use it to buy anything. Customers are not collecting it. So I don't know. Even Access give old money. This bank give us, other bank give new money. Women bank give old and Access give old. The people that withdraw yesterday, they can't use it to buy anything. Nobody collect the money. So I don't understand why Nigeria just making us confused like this.
So what advice do you have to give to CBN government president concerning this issue?
Let them face one thing. If they want to face that old money, maybe the new one is not much. Let them quit that new one. Then we start our normal life. Or if they want to start using the new money, let them stop the old one. They will know, because in a country you can't to use the two money is not allowed. Because that thing is not. I don't know how we put it. Just check it now. In Nigeria, just one country using a two money. I don't just understand. Let them look into this matter. It don't make sense.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir.
Please, can you get to know your name, ma'am?
My name is Damilola Ulbemide.
Ms. Damilola, I can see you coming back from the ATM machine. So I would like to know if the banks are paying old money or they are spending new money.
Bank can pay old money, but some people know they collect old money. I don't know why, but that new money never plenty for our side. Let them use old money and new money together. But Buhari never talk. Everybody wait for Buhari to speak or something like that. But court don't give order to bank to pay old money. So like mainland, they collect old money for the mainland. You could do, but largest side, side. They collect old money. I don't know why. Some they hungry. Some get plenty old money for house, but can't do anything. Nobody can collect them. Everybody reject them. If you see someone, let's see that one buy something yesterday. Like this one lady side for me. Wait, I don't collect old money. Don't collect old money. Why? Everybody collect old money. You can spend old money and new money together. This don't tell somebody. I get more old money from my pocket, like 30,000. I cannot do anything. This don't tell somebody to buy something now while that new money don't come out. Let's Buhari talk no. And if they call it, whatever they call it, or CBN. This don't tell somebody. If you go anybody they pay old money, no new money for the bank. Everybody gets only old money. Why? Because the money not there. If you do transfer, then they go. We debit you. If you use ATM for a POS, they debit you. Let us use old money together, please.
I would like to know, is the bank also accepting old money in deposit?
No, but no bank don't accept the old money. But if you get code, you can start online, like maybe like CBN code, bank can collect them. But if you don't get code, bank can collect them.
So what advice do you have to give to the president and the CBN governor concerning this issue?
Let's see, don't tire me. Let Buhari talk. Buhari talk about the old money. I beg. I'm praising whatever they call Buhari. Let Buhari talk. It's too much now. It's too much. That old money, everything, new money. Someone don't die now without that thing now. It's not good. Let Buhari talk about the old money. Let us spend old money together. New money, old money, not the same thing. I beg, please let Buhari do something about this thing or CBN, please. Please don't tire for this country, please.
All right, thank you very much, ma. Thank you. Call ma.
Call sir.
Ejo kí lorúkọ yín ma?
Yes, Olaide.
Ani ká bi mọ̀ pé báwo lẹ ṣe rọrọ owó tuntun àti new money sí. Ṣé báǹkì ń gba owó tí tẹ́lẹ̀ tán ló tẹ́lẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn àbí wọn gbà? Ṣé ẹ ń rí owó yẹn náà àbí ẹ rí náà? Báwo ni ó ṣe jẹ́ ani ká bẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ yín?
Àárín báǹkì ò fún wa ní owó yẹn. Owó tuntun tó ṣe yẹn wọn ò tiẹ̀ kó síta rárá. Èyí tó tún sọ pé kó máa ná nísìn débi pé owó yẹn ó ti ń àfẹ́ẹ̀tì gbogbo ọjà. Débi pé tó bá ṣe transfer gan kò lọ ṣe ló ń hangi. Àárí owó ná ó ebi ń pọ̀ ọmọ Nàìjíríà kan jọ Buhari kẹ̀ wọ́n ti ní wọ́n sọ pé kán dá owó yẹn padà. Buhari ò dẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ kò sọ̀rọ̀ ó wá jẹ́ kí gbogbo ọrọ̀ ajé kó draw àròwó náà àwọn tó ní lọ́wọ́ wọn ò gbà lọ́wọ́ wọn ní báǹkì gan wọ́n fi sanwó bẹ́ẹ̀ tí wọ́n ò gbà padà. So ìyẹn la fẹ́ bẹ̀ bàbá Buhari kó jọ̀ọ́ torí Ọlọ́run kó má jẹ́ kébi pa ọmọ Nàìjíríà kù kó bá wa ṣe kó bá wa gbé yẹ̀wò a bẹ̀ wọ́n torí Ọlọ́run kó jẹ́ kí owó yìí kó wà láti máa ná fáwọn ọmọ mẹ̀kúnnù sọ́fánẹ́sì yẹn ti pọ̀ jù àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà sọ́fà gan torí ẹ bá wa bẹ̀ bàbá kó sọ̀rọ̀ tó bá ti sọ̀rọ̀ tówó yẹn bá wà ń ta pẹ̀lú tuntun tó fi ń ṣèjì ara tó jẹ́ pé tí bí bá wà ń ta títí tó máa fi tán kó máa kó díẹ̀díẹ̀ pamọ́ wọlé kí ti bí máa jáde kó máa nà mọ́ra ó máa tún ṣe wá láǹfààní.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Please, can we get to know him, sir?
My name is Michael Junaid.
Mr. Michael, we all know that the Supreme Court has passed the judgment that the old currency and the new currency should be spent alongside each other. They should coexist together in Nigeria. But so far, so good. We want to know if banks have been collecting the old money from their customers, and if our people, the traders, have been collecting the money from their buyers as well in the society.
Okay, actually, me myself as a person, I have not, ever since this issue of a thing, I have not been able to go and deposit money in the bank, and also go and withdraw money. But I do withdraw outside through POS. But I noticed that people don't collect, they don't want to collect the old money. They don't. If you want to spend the old money, probably you want to enter inside a vehicle, they rejected the old money. Even there's a day before yesterday, I entered bus from Aoya to Ajaya. Then as I entered the bus, they refused to collect the money from my hand. But the guy now, the driver now accepted to collect the money from my hand, gave me change of money. Which means I was supposed to enter motor from that Aoya to Ajaya 300. So I have to collect extra money from my hand, give me change of money, which is very bad, which is not good. So that's what I have to say.
So what advice do you now have to give to CBN Governor, Mr. Emefiele, and the President concerning this issue on ground?
What I will say, what I will give the CBN Governor is, and Mr. Emefiele, is that they should, as they have ordered the bank to be paying and be spending and the deposits allowing the old money. They should also make it official to the other banks. So I noticed that I read news and I noticed that some banks they've not ordered some banks to be collecting the old money. So they should make it official to all banks to be collecting the old money, and they should make it official to all Nigerians to be accepting the old money, because there are people that they don't accept the old money. The majority of people say they don't accept the old money. When you go to buy something, they don't accept the old money. They prefer the new money. So they should make it official.
Thank you very much, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Please, can we get to know him, sir?
My name is Olu.
Mr. Olu, sir. Please, we want to know your experience and your opinion so far concerning the new currency and the old currency. We all heard that the Supreme Court has passed a judgment that the old currency and the new currency should coexist together till the 31st of December. So far, so good. We want to know if banks have been collecting the new money and the traders as well in the society. That means our mother and our father that do buying and selling. Have they been collecting the money in society? Have you been able to spend the money so far?
Number one, the money they redesign is not good at all. That's number one. And number two, if CBN are behaving as if there's no any law that governs it, because bank are not be collecting money from anybody. Or even to buy something from street, they don't collect it. Even as you can see, we are in the market now, still everywhere door, whereby we are using 800 to collect 2,000. You can imagine the kind of stress we are passing through. So they should look for what they can do to regulate among themselves, or to know what they can do to make this country better for us. Because we are citizens, we know what to do. But if you begin to act on what is on our mind, individual, government will not be able to stop us. So they should think very well, because we are citizens, we are not animals. And without us, all those bank managers, they are nothing. Without we, they are nothing. Because we pay tax. They deduct our money. We pay for every service. So it's not even good for us to put money in the bank and we still use money to be buying our money. So they should try to regulate it and obey the Supreme Court law. Because since last week they announced that we should be spending money. Nobody can collect the money, and I didn't blame them, because if you collect it, except you call somebody at the marketplace that you want to use to buy something in bulk, if that person can consider to collect, maybe you have where to maintain or to take the money to collect from me. So the business is not, you can see the business is not moving. Everybody is just stranded. I enter a motor, I have to do transfer. of 700 naira from GRA to that Lekki side. So all these things, one, it bring down business, because if you don't have car, it's very difficult for you to plan early morning that where you are going, because you don't even know what the day will speak for you. So they should try, because we are suffer every day. To eat is a problem. Some people, because of this no car, they have not tasted anything since morning, because nowhere to get the cash. If you transfer, they will tell you that you pay 500 on 1,000. So as of this, the stress is much. They should please help us and see what before we begin react in negative way. Thank you.
Lastly, sir, what advice you have to give to the CBN governor, Mr. Emefiele, and the president concerning this matter?
The advice I will give to CBN governor is that nobody is above the law. He should try and obey what Supreme Court has said, so that to make the country easy for everybody, because we depend on this same cash for living and for everything we want to do on daily basis. We depend on it. As far as we are still struggling with this, the business will be crumble, and as business crumble, it will affect them too. So at the end, if care is not taken, all the bank will close down, because people are not taking money to bank again, because the money is not even sufficient for you to spend, talk less of taking it to bank. So my advice is that they should obey law before things go worst.
Thank you very much, sir. All right, thank you.
Good afternoon.
Please, can we get to know your name, ma'am?
My name is Lily.
Miss Ellie, right? Miss Ellie. Oh, like you all know that the CBN the Supreme Court has announced that the old currency and the new currency should coexist together since 31st of December. So far, so good. We want to know, maybe you've been able to receive the old currency from the banks. Maybe the banks are collecting it from the customers, or even the traders as well. Are they collecting the old money from the society? We want to know your opinion, your experience so far.
Well, even the banks are not collecting the old currency, because I'm just coming from the bank this morning to get cash. There's no new cash in the bank. Even the old Naira notes we have, they're not collecting it from us. So even the vendors are not collecting. So it's hard. Like as at 2 weeks ago, I was found with counterfeit money and was arrested for it, which I got from a POS stand, and that's very bad. So we need cash everywhere. And even now they've declared new and old notes to be used, right? Nobody's even still collecting the old notes, so we are fucked.
So lastly, what advice do you have to give to the CBN governor, Mr. Emefiele, and Mr. President Muhammadu Buhari concerning this?
Well, what I have to say is they should make the cash rampant. They should print more cash, more new cash for us, or I don't know, they should just do something, because it's hard. It's very, imagine buying something and paying with your card. Those that don't have cards, how do they pay? You make transfer, the network is not going. Even when it goes, it takes time before whoever is receiving it to see alerts and stuff like that. So they should just make enough cash for us.
Thank you very much, man. What's your name, sir?
Nasir Abdullahi.
Mr. Abdullahi. As we all know, say CBN, Supreme Court don't order Nigerians to respend the old Naira notes and the new Naira notes together since 31st of this year, December. So now we see some situation whereby you go bank will give you old Naira notes. But if you can't go outside, someone goes and buy something, or you enter bus, they no collect them. What will be your own experience so far concerning this?
To ni experience da zan faɗa game da shi shugaban ƙasa. Tunda kowa yanzu ya tashi zai a magana da shugaban ƙasa, tunda an ce su ga kotu suka bada oda a ce wai a dan karɓan kuɗi, to shi ma kamata shugaban ƙasa ya buɗe baki ya yi magana, ya ba ma'aikata dokan cewa duk wanda ba zai karɓi wannan kuɗi ba a kama shi, tunda ya ba da cewa a karɓi wannan kuɗi daga nan zuwa wata 3. To kaga yanzu mutum ya shiga banki ma, an zaka shiga banki problem ne. In ka shiga banki kuma banki ba su baka sabon kuɗi ba, banki ya su baka tsohon kuɗi. Bayan sun baka tsohon kuɗi kuma idan ka fito da tsohon kuɗin nan zaka hawo mota, zaka je ka ci abinci. Yanzu wasu ma masu karɓa an za su karɓi 500 sai dai su ce 500 a 200. In zaka bada 1000, 1400. Kaga suna su wancan masu karɓan kuɗin ruwa suna cin 600 akan 1000. To ya kamata a ce ya magana, ya ba da wannan command din, wannan talaka ga sunan mutane suna ta faduwa, wasu wani bai ci ba, wani ya kwana biyu bai ci ba. Ya kamata a duba a gani, saboda duk mutum da in ba su tsaya sun duba ba, su ma su je wajen ubangiji su tada Allah abin da ya faɗa, ya kamata su duba abin da ubangiji ya faɗa. Saboda haka ni shawara da zan bayar, dole su shugaban kasa da kuma ba wai ganin bangaren kotu ba, ita ce shi zai bude baki idan ya bada command, shine dole za a dinga wannan abun, za a ba ya wadata. Yanzu kullum kowa yana cikin wahala ne, Zan haka ni shawarar da zan bayar shi Buhari ya kamata a ce ya yi magana ya ba ma'aikata kwaman duk wanda bai karɓa a kama shi tun daga lokacin da ya bayar akan wannan kuɗi. Don haka haza wasalam.
Afternoon, sir.
Afternoon, sir.
What be your name?
Ismail Agwarmaji. Ismail Al Agwarmaji.
Mr. Ismaila, as we all know, say Supreme Court don't give orders. Say we will be Nigerians. They spend the old Naira notes with the Naira note together till 31st of December. So now, in some cases like this, now if you carry money go bank, the old Naira notes you want go give bank, they no collect them. But the bank they give old Naira notes. If you can't collect that old Naira note, now you can't go outside. So you want go spend them. People say no, they collect them for person yan. So far so good. This will be your own experience.
Ni abin da zan ce ni mai gaya wa mutane ne tunda ni na gani na ba da 1000 an ban 400 na ba da 500 an ban 200 ni ko yanzu Buhari ya sau magana a karɓi kuɗi ni ba zan yafe masa ba. Abin da zan ce da Buhari sai dai Allah ya saka min ni masoyin Buhari ne amma abin da Buhari ya yi bai kyauta ba saboda tun ina cikin ƙaunarsa yanzu na dawo bana ƙaunarsa don aka yi maganar zagin Buhari ni ina jin hauhi amma yanzu ni da kaina ma zagin Buhari nake saboda shi ya manta da talaucin da ya higa baya ya higa daula yanzu ya manta da talakawa a yanzu wannan canjin kuɗin da aka yi wanda suka rasa dukiyansu suna da dama wanda suka karye suna da dama gidan da ba a ci ba suna da yawa to abin da zan ce kawai dai Allah ya saka mana yawwa ko a yanzu ko nawa zai ban Buhari ba zan taɓa yafe masa halin da ya shigar da ni ciki ba ya shigar da al'ummar annabi abin da zan ce kenan yawa ku 'yan jaridu ku dai ku kuka san irin abubuwan da kuke gani a gurin al'umma wanda yake da ƙaramin ƙarfi da mai babban ƙarfi duka an shiga halin takura sabida zaɓe to an yi naji an yi zaɓe sabida buƙatansu ne gwamnatin Najeriya ba tausayin talakawa suke ba daga sun samu daga su 'ya'yansu kowa an ya samu ya zuba a cikin ajihunsa daga 'ya'yansa ba sa tunanin talakawa sai da in zaɓe ya yi lokacin zaɓe ya yi su zo suna bin mu da naira 1000 naira 2000 a hakan ma ana korar mutane wani ya samu wani ba ya samu ba abin da zan ce kenan iya bakin magana ta kenan.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Can we get to know your name, sir?
My name is Precious.
Mr. Precious, sir, we want to know your experience so far. We all know that the Supreme Court has make order that we should start spending the old currency and the new currency together since 31st of December. So, and in some cases, when you go to the bank will give you old notes at the ATM machine or inside the counter there. Then when you get outside to spend the money, people are starting refusing the money. They don't want to spend the old, they want to collect the old Naira notes. What are your experience so far?
Like now, like about 20 minutes ago, I just withdrawed money, about 5K. You get old notes. I used like 1.5 to collect the 5K. And I got to the market and wanted to spend the money. Nobody collected it. Now, eventually, I was able to spend it. Where I spent it, 500 Naira per 1K. You understand? So the 5K is, the value is just to 5. So it doesn't make any sense now. And the Supreme Court already said that they should, we should spend the money. But people have refused because of the whole confusion. CBN will say this, court will say this, then Buhari will come and say this. We Nigerians, we're all living in confusion. So some people are scared of losing their monetary value. Some people are just, that's where we are seeing everything. Even me, I'm tired. Even the transfers, the charges they charge you on transfer, everything is so frustrating. USSD, you try to transfer, it takes 6 Naira, 6 Naira, 6 Naira. Even if it fails, they still collect 6 Naira. Like bank charges you for almost everything you are doing, but your money, you can't still get it out. When you even get it out, you lose the value. Imagine working out for your money and when you bring it out, it's valueless. I mean, let's put an example now, someone that is working for 50K every month, and the person comes out, he wants to withdraw his 50K, and they are telling him that to collect your 50K, you need to pay 10,000 there. Just everything, look at it now. It's very disheartening, but that's where we just see it. And we Nigerians, we are good at coping, we are good at getting used to things. Even if it gets harder than this, nobody will talk, we'll still try and cope. May God help us, man. That's just all.
Lastly, before you leave, sir, what advice do you have to give to the CBN governor, Mr. Emefiele, and the president, Muhammadu Buhari?
For me, Buhari, his tenure is almost over, but I will advise him to just resign. And Emefiele, I will advise him to reconsider his policies. he should consider his policies, or if he knows that the pressure is on him too much, he should resign too, because we can't be having incompetent people in our office that can't give accountability of what they are doing. If they know they can't give accountability and they can't do it, or there's pressure on them, they should resign. We have plenty of people that can do it. We can't be recycling old people in offices every time. We are all tired. We need new faces and new system.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Can we get to know your name, sir?
Yeah, my name is Patrick.
Mr. Patrick, sir. We all know that the Supreme Court has announced that we Nigeria should go about spending the old Naira and the new Naira notes. And now, you go to the bank, especially the ATM machine, it will dispense old Naira notes to the people, to the customers. But you will not take that money outside to spend, so in buying things or entering bus. Conductors and other people refuse collecting the money. What are your experience so far?
Yeah, what I see there is that the CBN and how they call it, the Supreme Court, I think they are having a challenge. They need to agree with themselves, and that's why the masses are suffering. They were meant to tell the masses what we need to use, and as it is, the Supreme Court has given an order, and now the Nigerians are waiting for CBN to give orders. So we don't know who to follow. And according to the ruling, they believe that Supreme Court is higher than the CBN. And that's why they give go ahead for us to be spending the old Naira note. But since Nigerians have not heard from the CBN or the president, they cannot go and do what they're supposed to do with the old Naira note. Even I understand as at yesterday, some went to the bank and they paid them old Naira note. They went outside, they couldn't make use of it. So they started returning the money to the bank. I think the CBN and the Supreme Court, they need to come together and agree before Nigeria can kickstart how to use the old note. And that's what I see there. Thank you. God bless you.
Lastly, sir, before you leave, sir, what advice do you have to give to Mr. President and the CBN governor concerning this matter?
Well, both of them, I think they are on the high place. I expect both of them to come together and have a discussion so that they will now know what to tell Nigerians. Because Nigerians believe in these two people. And as it is now, the Supreme Court and the CBN governor, I don't think they come to the terms of agreement. And that's why we're having these hiccups. Until this is done, we will not get what we need. And Nigeria will continue to suffer. My advice to Mr. President or the CBN governor or the Supreme Court, I think when Nigeria look up to these three people, they are the one that's holding the key of this country as it is now. Everybody is just lamenting. And as it is, we don't know what to do. Now they are asking me and they are asking you, how do we spend in Nigeria, the old currency? Now the old currency has returned to the system. As at last week, nobody said anything concerning old note. Now it's back to the system. And now the Nigerians, they don't know how to spend it. And the new Naira note that we even expect, we don't even see in circulation as it is. And for them to return old note now, we're just arguing within, we're having doubt within ourselves, and that's the essence we could make use of this old note. So I advise the Mr. President and the Supreme Court or the CBN to dialogue and let them come to the terms of agreement. If not, just like when they had two elephant fight, the grass will suffer. Who are the grass? The grass are the masses. We're the ones suffering this. So now I pray, let them meet themselves and let's see how can provide a long-lasting solution to this challenge. That's just my candid opinion.
Thank you very much, sir.
Good afternoon.
Can we get to know your name, sir?
My name is Gideon Etuk.
Mr. Gideon, sir, like we all know that the Supreme Court has given an order that we Nigeria should go about spending the old Naira and the new Naira note together till 31st of December this year. But in some cases, when you go to the bank, the ACA will dispense old Naira notes. When you not take the money outside, people refuse collecting the money and here and there. And I don't know, what are your experiences so far?
Actually, my experiences so far is because the reason why people are not accepting the old note is because even the CBN has not yet speak about the currency, the old note. So the thing is, even if some bank, if you go to some bank now, when they give you, they will tell you that if you bring it back, they won't accept it. So that is my experience. That is what I think. That is what I see.
Lastly, sir, what advice do you have to give to the president and the CBN governor, Mr. Emefiele, concerning this matter?
Okay, my own advice is that since we have faced these things for more than 2 months now, I think the old note, according to what I heard, they said that they have burned the old note. And like yesterday, I saw one new one old note, the new fresh new one, and they say that they just print it. Okay, if they have this thing, if they can print old note? Why can't they print the new note for the new note to circulate? So my advice is let us continue to use the new note that we are using. Let them bring out the new note. Let them bring out the enough new note so that we can manage it the way we were managing it.
Thank you very much, sir. What's your name, sir?
My name is Zachariah.
Mr. Zachariah. We want to know your experience concerning this old Naira and new Naira notes. You know, CBN, Supreme Court don't see where they spend the money till 31st of December. But as it is now, if you go bank now, bank will give you the old Naira notes. But if you can't go outside, see one use go buy something, or use an enter bus, they know they collect them. What's your own experience?
I would like to speak with the Hausa so that everybody know, even from my side, where some people know they hear Hausa, English, so that they go hear. If I talk with Hausa, they go hear. Gaskiya ni masoyin Buhari ne don shi ne shugaban kasa, amma abin da ya yi gaskiyan kenan tsakanina da shi da ashe zan iya ganin shi ga mishi ido da ido da zai fi kwantar min da zuciya. Don abin da ya yi kam gaskiyan kenan ne da shi Allah ya isa. Saboda ni azin a ce ina da dan naira 10 dina wanda ya kamata in je in cire shi in kai shi, yanzu kana da 1000 ma ka je karba ya gagara. Kana da naira 10 ka je ka karba ma ya gagara, kana da shi ma ka sayi abu ya gagara. Yanzu a ce a zamanin nan kana da naira 10 ka bara ka yi ka sayi abu ba, kana da 50 bara ka yi sayi abu ba. Ai wannan walakanci ne. Gaskiya shi da a ce zai iya komawa yadda muke yanzu, wallahi ba zai ji daɗin zaman duniyar nan ba. Don shi ma da ya hau mulki ya manta da wahalar da ya sha daga baya, ya manta da talkoki kwata-kwata. Kai gaskiya ba mu ji daɗin haka ba, mun ba zai gyara ba kam. Gaskiya goma a bar mana Nigerian kawai ba leader. It's okay.
Good afternoon, sir.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Mr. Bello Temidayo.
Mr. Bello Temidayo. You know, say, as we did now, Supreme Court don't order us to they spend the old Naira and the new Naira note together till 31st of December. So now, if they say, if you go bank now, bank will give you old Naira notes. But if you collect old Naira notes, you want to go spend them for outside. People know they collect and they refuse the money. Wait till they happen for your side.
They here with me, they know they agree collect them. And they even beg, say, who gets, see. I don't buy things now, but they don't do my neck like 20,000. See, they don't agree collect them. Sure you get. So I beg, make them try help us see how they fit help us talk to the public, the masses. Say the whole Naira notes, they should accept it for a better change. I beg, make them try. Say more try mix the old and new together. If at all say the old, or rather the new never circulate as the old. Make banks they collect them. Make them they use and pay back. And if now the new ones they available, let it be available for spending. I beg. Make them try let us now way forward go with the cocoa.
Lastly, what be your advice for the CBN governor, Mr. Emefiele and Mr. Muhammadu Buhari, the president?
Waiting me I go talk no pass say make them do and well. My advice is now we have money in our accounts and yet we can't spend it. It is hard for us to do transfers through USSD codes. Rather we get to the bank to withdraw over the counter. Now we withdraw finish to spend them outside Nawala. Please, Mr. President, we beg the CBN governor, please, we plead and we plead so very well. Please help us address the general public for the acceptance of the old and the new notes.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
How do you get your name, sir?
My name is Peter Chukwudi.
Mr. Peter, sir. We all know that the Supreme Court has ordered Nigerians to be spending the old Naira and the new Naira note together till December of this year, 31st. Now, the issue is when you go to the bank now, the banking hall, to collect money, they will give you the old Naira notes. When you take that money outside to buy things or to enter bus or something, they will refuse collecting the money. What are your own experiences so far?
My experience so far is likely what the public have been practicing, because you found out that the 95% of Nigerians who are the masses, they are trying to be law-abiding by respecting our leaders, who have told us that in 60 days' time, the old note will be phased out, the new note will be in use. And now, the 60 days have come and elapsed. And the so-called political cabals went to court and they secure prevail over the CBN and the federal government, which is Supreme Court judgment. Yes, it's supposed to be binding. But the issue is that 95% of Nigerians, which is made up of the masses, don't have the old notes. They don't have it anywhere. The 5% or less than 5%, they are the ones that hold the old note under their custody. And that's why the 95% of Nigerians refuse to accept it. And that's what they are seeing. And that's what we are seeing. To my own opinion, they should just allow us to make use of the new note. Let the old note be phased out. Because the 90% of Nigerians are not holding the old note. And that's my opinion. And that's the opinion of 95% of Nigerians.
Lastly, sir, what advice do you have to give to the CBN governor, Mr. Emefiele, and Mr. President Muhammadu Buhari concerning this issue?
I think I have to advise them to remain silent on that issue. Let the masses, 95% of Nigerians, handle the case. Because the 5% of the elite, the political elite, can't dictate for us. They are not protecting our interests. They can't protect our interests. CBN have they are independent to do what? To formulate the law concerning the monetary policy and implement it. And they are formulating and they implement it. Let us allow them to have that independency. That is my opinion. And I think the Nigerian masses, 95% of Nigerians are with CBN. And that's why they are rejecting the old note. They don't have it. It's not under our custody. It's under the custody of the political cabals in Nigeria. So let the old note be not being used. We are not disobeying the Supreme Court. If the elite can be using old note within themselves, no problem. But we, the masses, 95% of Nigerians, we are not using the old notes.
All right. Thank you very much. Can we get to your name, sir?
Yeah, my name is Gabriel.
Mr. Gabriel, sir. Like we all know that the Supreme Court has given an order that we should be spending the old Naira notes alongside with the new Naira notes till 31st of December this year. But in some cases where you go to the bank will give you old Naira notes. When you take the money outside, people refuse collecting the money. What are your experiences so far?
Actually, my experience so far is that we are suffering a lot. The government or the president, whatever they call themselves, I don't bloody care. The governor of the central bank has to be aware that if they know that they are not collecting the old notes, they should all supply the new notes. We are tired of suffering. The old notes is making us looking stupid. Because sometimes when you go and spend the old notes, they will fight you, they will insult you, they will, throw words on you, which doesn't make sense. So we need to move on with life, the way life is suitable for us. If they know there is new money, they should bring back new money. Let us keep on spending the new money. Because this old note is not going anywhere. Fine, the old note is our money, fine, but since people are rejecting it, they should no more supply it in the bank. Why the bank should give us new note and let peace be in this our country? We are suffering a lot. We are not happy. We are crying. People are dying. People are suffering a lot. The old note of it has caused a lot of issue, conflict. What will I say? Quarrel. Things are happening, condemning things. So please, you go governor, officials, I don't know, whatever you call yourself, please try and make sure you put things right. We are tired of using this old note. If they want us to be using the old, they should give straight word. Not using old note tomorrow, they'll change it. Another year, they should go viral, spread the word, spread the news. People should hear it from the in and out. So if they don't want to spread the news, then they should keep on giving us the new note. Let us keep on spending our new note. Let us know we are in the new side, not in one side. Let us be in the right position. So whenever we come and we can do whatever, and our transaction, whatever we're doing in our transaction, these POS of it, we are tired of them. We want to collect 10,000, 3,000 for our own money, our own sweat. I don't like it. They are frustrating. In fact, the POS are adding problem to us also. They are adding pain to we that has money. I can't withdraw my own money. I'll pay POS part of my money. For what? Where does it work? I go and work more ending. POS will share my money. For what? Please. I want the matter to sort out. I want things to be done. I want things to change. I want everything to be okay. That is the truth.
Lastly, sir, before you leave, we would like to know what would be of your opinion or your advice. Let me use the word advice to the CBN governor and our president, Muhammadu Buhari, concerning this matter.
Like I said, I don't have much more to say. Enough is enough for the wise. They say the ear that refuses to listen will follow the earth to the grave. So I always say that as a president or as a governor, as a senate, do the best. Do the right thing so at the right time. Then if whenever you do the wrong thing, you do it at the wrong time. What I want in this Nigeria, as a citizen, peace should reign. We should all live together. United we stand, united we rule. Thank you.
Thank you.